Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. I want to talk about masks again today. Masks again. Probably getting tired of hearing about it, but I think it's a very important topic right now. We're all getting tired of this, just tired, fatigued. We don't want to do it. We're tired of wearing the mask, we're tired of social distancing, the whole thing. Let's just get it over with, rip the mask off. That's not what we can do. So what's my message today? Check my notes again here. There are some naysayers for sure that say, no, you don't need a mask. The masks don't do that much for us. But this is a virus which is transmitted by air. A mask is some barrier protection for you. And if the other person's wearing a mask, the two together really reduce the chance for that transmission. That's the basic message. So, combined with social distancing, we've got to keep wearing our masks. We've got to do the social distancing. Remember, this virus is transmitted from a person, mostly from a person who doesn't know they have it, doesn't know they're infected, but is out and about. They're breathing, and you're breathing back in. That's where most of the transmission occurs. That person again has no idea they're infected, so they don't think they're causing you any potential harm, and you don't think they're causing you any potential harm. You don't know, they don't know. We do know that the virus is transmitted, especially in a crowded area, in an area where the airflow, the air recirculation, the air exchanges are limited. I use the elevator as a great example of that all the time, but it can be in a restaurant, it can be in a place where there's a lot of crowding, like a bar, it can be in a coffee shop, any place where there's a lot of people but not a lot of movement of air. The other thing to remember too is that in that asymptomatic person, talking loudly propels the virus out. Singing really propels the virus out. Now, of course, a sneeze or a cough does it even better, but put that aside, because I'm talking about people who are just completely asymptomatic. That's how this virus gets spread. We know it occurs, and there's some new information out just recently, a big study from Stanford and Northwestern, that says that the places where most of the transmissions are occurring is restaurants, bars, coffee shops. I forgot one. Oh, gyms. Why? Because that's where people tend to get together, and where there's likely to be not enough air circulation, air ventilation going on. The other place, of course, is right at home. Right at home. Because if the virus comes in and it circulates within the house, then people go back out to their job, to wherever, to that restaurant, to that bar, and it gets spread again. Now here's a graph. I showed in an earlier one of these. We know the virus count is going, or the infection rate's going up, and it's going up very dramatically. But wherever this peak is, that's only the tip of the iceberg, because we know that so many people who are infected don't have any symptoms. But the people that are represented on this graph, they're the people who know they're infected. They're the people who had symptoms, went to the doctor or the health department or wherever and got tested. It's everybody else that's really the concern, because they're the ones that are more likely to be transmitted. If you don't feel good, you're probably going to stay home. But if you have it and don't know it, you're out and about. And I'm just checking my notes here. So I mentioned about naysayers about masks, and that's kind of what prompted me to want to do this show today. I'm hearing this more and more. People say, well, masks aren't that important. They don't do that much. They don't protect us fully. So one thing is that there's not enough data. Well, there really is. There's quite a bit of data, and the data says that if you've got a mask on and he's got a mask on, the chance of spreading the virus is really dramatically reduced. Add to that social distancing, that's 6 feet, and we keep it really down quite a bit. add again in lots of airflow. But the mask is the key thing. It really is the key thing. So there are people who don't want to wear a mask. So I understand that. I don't want to wear mine either. But it's the first step. It's the key step of all, is to wear the mask. Now, that some people say, well, it doesn't prevent all transmission. No, it doesn't. Oh, absolutely not. It doesn't prevent all transmission, but it reduces it very dramatically. I was talking to a expert in public health just yesterday who said that most masks, yeah, there's differences from one to another, but if two people are wearing a mask, the chance of the transmission is reduced by about 97%. Okay, so there's 3% left over, fine. But 97% is not bad, and I think we probably all want to stick to it. Now, the other suggestion is, well, just let younger people get out and get infected. That'll create herd immunity, and that'll help protect us all. So let's just go through all those. Let's get rid of the last one first. Yes, you could let all the younger people go out and get infected, but remember that, and we're going to have a whole program on this next time, but there are long-term significant complications or sequelae of this virus, even among those who never have any symptoms initially. And heart problems, lung problems, brain problems, joint problems, fatigue, a whole raft of things. So no, it's not a good idea to have people go out and just get infected and get it over with. That's not a good idea at all, because it just misunderstands so that young person probably won't get that seriously sick, probably won't go into the hospital, probably won't be on a ventilator, probably won't die, although some do, and I know a few who have. It's not a good idea. Now, what about wearing a mask? You remember, I showed this on a program a while ago, back in September, I actually remember the date, September 19th, Dr. Robert Redfield, who's the director of the Centers for Disease Control, was in front of the Senate, and his testimony, and I didn't get the words exactly right, but the essence of it was this: if we would all wear a mask all the time when we're out and about, and did it regularly, we could bring this pandemic under control in about 8 to 12 weeks. Under control in 8 to 12 weeks. Didn't say eliminate it, but get it down to being under control. Right now we have exactly the opposite happening. Exactly the opposite. But if we would all just listen to what he said, and here's a photograph of him and Dr. Fauci together, Dr. Anthony Fauci, both wearing their masks. They're not exactly socially distanced in this picture, but they were, in front of the Senate, I think, when this was taken. We should just listen to what they had to say. Now, this mask that I have on was made by Janet McNabb here. I appreciate it very much. It's made just of a sheet. I think that's what it is, just a cotton sheet. Is it the best of all possible masks? Well, it's a sheet, it does the job. It pushes, not much is going to go through there. There are other possibilities. The one you've seen me wear on some of these other shows is it's made of some kind of fibrous material, synthetic fiber material. I don't know what it is. It's very good. It's comfortable. This one is an N95 mask. You've heard about these, but this one, and these are incredibly good. They fit very tightly. They're very effective. Very little can get through them. But this one has a big disadvantage, and that's this vent. So if this is not good, if I'm breathing in, the vent, the little valve closes. So all the airflow coming in has to come through the mask, not through here. When I'm breathing out, that little valve opens and out it comes. So if you're infected and I'm trying to be protected from you, this is a great one. But if I'm infected and you want to be protected from me, this is not a good one, because it's just, it's going to come right out. So N95 masks are great, but not with this contraption in it. So if you're going to get an N95 to be extra safe, Just be sure you don't get one with a valve in it. The other one, this one, is called a KN95. It's almost as good as this one. It doesn't have a valve and it fits nicely. And you can buy 5 of these for $14 on Amazon. But you can't wash them. This you can wash. This goes in the laundry. This one you can wash too, but you have to hand wash it. These you can't do that. In any event, here's a picture of myself and my wife. We were standing on here that Tom took a few months ago. You'll recognize it summertime because we're wearing polos at that time. Again, a very simple mask, but it doesn't really much matter. They all do the job. The key thing is to wear it. As Governor Hogan said the other day, just wear the damn mask, damn it. Wear it. If you're going to wear it, don't do this. If you want to stop and talk to somebody, don't do this. That's the worst of all possible times to pull it down. Because you're talking. You're going to spread it if you happen to have it. So keep it on. You think to yourself, well, they can't hear me as well with the mask on. Maybe. Talk a little louder. Don't get closer. But keep your mask on. I like this set of photographs of a dog. And just look at it for a second. But the dog is demonstrating how you shouldn't wear it and how you should wear it. Keep it over your nose, over your mouth, and keep it there all the time. I also know that people have said to me, well, you know, I find it just hard to breathe with it. It doesn't feel normal, I know. But then talk to some of my surgical friends who say, hey, I go in the OR, I can be there 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours sometimes. I don't have any problem with the mask on. In fact, I forget about it after a while. And you know, you do. If I go out for a walk, sometimes I take it off if nobody's around, but just leave it on. You actually forget about it. And it's not terribly, well, actually right now, this very moment, because of the weather here, and I didn't push this down very tight, I'm getting it up on my glasses, and that's annoying. But we can all live with it, and we need to live with it. So, again, what Hogan said, wear the mask, damn it. And that's my advice as well. Thanks a lot.